And Australia, read the paper this morning, has got the biggest gap between those who have a lot and those who have less.
The thing I like about this place, the Gatwick, is that for what I do with my art, is that I can get up of a morning, or when I get up, go across the road and share my culture. I've been around people, you know, all sorts of people. Fellas with $400 million in their pocket, right down to a person, you know, where I am today.
Never a dull moment here. Actually, when it's quiet, you think someone go do something really.
You know there's more than one Gatwick, don't you? One in each replica territory, and there's 21 Melbournes. One got blown up, and that was the one in the Himalayas that had the Buddhists and priests.
You've heard of Chopper Reed, of
Chopper,
course?
yeah, Chopper lived here. He lives here. Wayne Glover, who's lived here, the pedophile.
He'll never get out of jail again.
No.
Bad pedophile.
It's because the people that have problems in their lives have somebody else that has got problems in their lives, and they can talk, and they don't feel that they're all by themselves.
Exactly.
Before we used to have thousands of rooming houses. The people that need to live in rooming houses are still there. The population is growing, it's not getting smaller.
Hello everybody, welcome to my studio. My name is Budapest and I'm the artistic director of this series of Sonnets from the Gatwick. We heard about you. You two worked in a place. You worked in here for such a long time as well.
Oh yeah, well actually Rose and I started when we were about 14, so that was about 71 I suppose, yeah. 71. So I've been here ever since.
I was born in 1970.
You were?
Yeah. Sure, so yeah. But I miss Woodstock. To me, it's a hotel of last resort.
Last resorts.
Okay, no one else will take you. The Gatwick will take you.
It's the cheapest accommodation that you can get in the area, and it attracts the bottom feeders.
I walk past every day and I have no problem. There's been a couple of people that always say hello to my daughter and maybe give her a lollipop. They quite often make sure they don't swear if the little girls are walking past.
So do you know there was a guy out the back naked last night, running around, going, fuck me, fuck me. And someone yelled out, put some fucking clothes on. Then I heard a whole heap of voices out there saying, come on, get in, get in.
So what been here for? 3 days. 3 days.
And is it your first time here? Or?
My first time here.
What do you think about it?
Huh?
What do you think about the Gatwick?
Oh, it's not too bad. It's alright, I suppose. It's a roof over your head.
Okay, this is the Gatwick Laundry, and I think I have photos of me doing this when I was 14. And I'm still doing this.
Can we have those photographs?
Actually, I think I can find them. Xander's helping. And I remember when my son was probably a year old, 2 years old, and I used to sit him up here and he'd splash in the water in the trough there. And you'd have the window open and everybody would come and just stick their head in the window as they were crossing the street and say, what are you doing down there? And Grandpa used to say, if there's any good looking girls, you just tell them to come. They all stop to look at a baby.
So your grandfather was here too?
No, but like the grandfather of Charlie.
Wow.
My father. Well, we weren't born too far away, just up the road. Actually, we were born in 11 Fitzroy Street.
11, yeah.
And we've been working here since, well, actually full time since we were 14, but before that, on and off, sort of, as kids would do, helping out their parents.
Yeah, or even read it on your CV, like you got special permission to leave the school and help the family and everything.
At 14.
So when you people bought this place in early 70s, what I heard?
My parents bought it in the 70s, early 70s.
Yeah, just answer the phone, just normally.
Yeah.
Early 70s.
Early 70s. That's fine, but we were always here. because we were born in Fitzroy Street.
My name is Christine Wise.
And she loves us.
And I love Eddie Road.
Being that you're twins, you look so alike, do people confuse you? Like, they'll call you Rose on Rose?
Constantly.
Yeah, I even made a mistake.
Everybody does.
These days, I do.
I met my husband here 30-something years ago, and it was always Rose and not Rose. So I was not Rose, obviously.
I'm funny, that would be funny.
But always, I mean, people always call me Rose, and yet nobody ever calls Rose Etty. They always just, Rose is everybody. It's just, there's one person.
They're hard to tell apart.
Isn't they? They are, don't they?
Rose is nicer, Eddie's harder.
And your family started this whole business, or whose idea was that to help the disadvantaged? Actually, just to open up the house for them. That was your father's idea, or
yeah, well, it just worked out like that, I think, because there used to be a lot of boarding houses in the 35 years ago, but everybody wanted, obviously, the better. So there was always a lot that were left out that had nowhere to go. Can you stop for a tick?
Yeah. So your parents arrived from Malta, right?
Yes.
You can ask questions too, actually. No.
Actually, my father came out first, and then my mother followed, probably 1 year later.
So your father is actually probably thinking of setting up a new life.
Yeah.
It's a new beginning because of the war.
Yeah, well, Malta was really ravaged by the war, so it was very poor.
Just to save the family.
Yeah, so then he came here. He was in the British Navy, and so he finished here, and then Mum came out here.
Do you know something about the history of the building as such, of the place? Oh.
Sorry.
That's okay.
The Gatwick is one of the last ones standing in St Kilda that's
so actually
a boarding house for that
particular crowd.
For that particular crowd, the real bottom feeders, and the council protect it in essence. They want it to remain here because they can't provide that sort of accommodation themselves. So the building stays on as it is.
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Okay. Pull us off the track. The history of this place.
Have you heard like how old the building is? Do you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the history.
Yeah. Actually, the history of the
Sorry.
Yeah, it's alright. I think it was built in 1934.
1934.
Yeah, by a woman. She had it built. Yeah, to run as a boarding house. So it's always. I think it's always been.
Woman, yeah.
Rosenetting are they're saints. They do take people in.
Yeah.
And I have seen them at times lend money to people if they need it.
Yeah.
They don't expect it back, but it would be nice if they did get it back.
I think in about 1970 there was thousands of boarding houses in St Kilda. Then gradually, as they all closed down and become just big homes, now there's I think probably 4 or 5.
So technically you're the oldest
boarding house
in the street in St Kilda.
In St Kilda, yeah.
And their parents started it off though. They used to make a breakfast for the people in the morning. Their parents were very generous people.
Yeah.
And when the mother died, they had a police escort to the cemetery. They blocked off Fitzroy Street. That's before your time. And the coffin went by the Gatwick on the way to the cemetery, which is a sign of respect.